join in while the music plays the band. Look, I'm setting us on fire.
Welcome to the Music Plays the Band podcast. We're going to be sitting down with musicians, artists, band members, friends and family to talk about what drives them to create great music. Asking more than just the typical questions, who's inspired you or what music do you like, we're going to ask the why behind what motivates them to create great music.
People join in.
Cactus, and we're going to catch up with them a little bit, find out about their music. So, you guys just got done with your set at Shakori. How did you feel like it went?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, we feel really great about it. It was so fun.
Was that your first time playing at Shakori?
No, we've played a couple of times now.
Played a couple years ago with Blue Cactus, this project, and then we had a project before this called Festy Stewart and the Boyfriends, and we did a couple of Shakoris with that band as well.
Okay.
But we were so glad to be on the Grove stage. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Yeah.
Cool. And where are you guys based out of?
Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And are you guys from that area?
Not originally. I'm from North Carolina, but I grew up in the Hickory area.
Okay.
And I moved to Chapel Hill in 2003 to go to UNC and fell in love with it. It's close enough to my family, but far enough away that I can kind of have my own space and connect with all the great people in this music community.
Okay.
So.
How about you, Mari?
Grew up in South Florida. Got out of there after finished my undergrad. So moved up here to play music and lucked out.
Specifically for music?
Yeah, because I heard about how great of a scene it was, and just knew there was a lot more going on than where I was.
Yeah, and it's just getting better, really, around this area.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, okay, so let's go back. Think about like your childhood. What's your first memory involving music?
Well, for me, it was all like singing. I just remember singing along to some songs in the car with my mom, or like even when we didn't have music on, we would sing Delta Dawn. That was like a song we just sang even without any music playing, and then going to church with my grandma, singing some songs with, her standing up on the pew. And I remember like I memorized the lyrics to Blessed Assurance and felt like I was reading and so proud of myself. I was probably like 3 years old when I was, so those are kind of my first memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about for you?
Rocking out to the radio, stuff like that. I think I remember seeing some dude looking super cool, like playing guitar on TV, one of those things, and figured, that'd be great to do. So
yeah. Okay. So how old were you when you started playing music? an instrument or?
Yeah, in middle school, 6th grade, my mom made me do band, and
all right.
luckily she made me do it. So I started playing trombone, and then
Yeah.
that was the first instrument. Learned to read and did that all through college and stuff.
Okay. You guys go ahead.
Oh, we got double crossing.
Double whammy.
Well, I talked to a lot of artists who got their start in high school or middle school band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about for you?
Yeah, it was kind of the same, like 7th grade, playing the flute, and I did that through high school. And then I taught myself guitar when I was 15, just some chords, because only my guy friends played guitar when I was in high school, and I really wanted to play the songs I was writing. And they all wanted to do Sublime covers, which is fun, but I kind of wanted to do my own thing and go to the coffee shop open mic night. So just got some chord books, and my parents were really supportive, and kind of learned a lot of wrong things. And now I'm trying to fix all my bad techniques.
Well, do you remember your first open mic? What was that experience like?
Well, I kind of remember being really scared, really nervous, but also really excited. I grew up doing karaoke a lot. That was one of our family's favorite pastimes. We would go to this Japanese restaurant every week. I think it was Wednesday nights. I get to stay up late. Sometimes we went to a pizza restaurant to do it too, and I always thought I was going to be on Star Search as a kid. I'd sing Patsy Cline. I was in 2nd grade, and they loved me, and I loved that feeling. So, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, not everybody has just the courage to get up and do open mic, and then that's part of your musical journey.
Yeah.
Doing that. That's cool.
Yeah, doing karaoke for a long while.
Yeah,
That
that's
does a
where I
lot.
really cut my teeth, probably on the karaoke stage at the Dragon Palace.
So, is there a person or an event that kind of made you get serious about music, or what took it from just a hobby and something fun that you enjoyed doing to where you guys are doing it on stages?
Yeah, I think at some point in high school, you start seeing some of your peers. You start seeing people get serious about, people join bands and all that stuff, and I don't know, you just start feeling that push of people are doing things and writing songs and making stuff happen. I don't know, you just see other people do it, and you start, the gears start turning, and you think, oh, that'd be fun.
I could do that too.
Yeah, I could do that, and then just kind of snowballs after a while, and I eventually went to music school because it turned into right around that late high school zone where it was just my parents were like, you gotta go get a degree doing something, and it's all right.
So you could fall back on teaching music if you need to, or something like that.
Yeah. And so I studied guitar and tried to get by, find an excuse so I could keep playing guitar all the time. So,
I mean, you'd see so many young people. When I was in elementary school, I saw Leanne Rimes come out. She was just a little bit older than me, and I just kind of got to thinking, well, it doesn't matter how old you are or whatever. If you're good enough, people will listen. If you believe in what you're doing and you convey that, this could be a pathway. But I think recently we just decided to do this full time. We've been playing together for about 6 years, and we just now this year decided we're going to prioritize Blue Cactus, and we really lucky to join up with a great management team.
And do you guys have a booking company that you work with, or booking?
Still doing the booking ourselves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, what are you guys trying to do with your music? I mean, there's a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of instrumentation, orchestration, that kind of thing. But is there a specific thing you want to do for your audience when you're playing?
I think for me, and probably you too, it's really all about connecting with people. That's why we do it. It's about people finding their own meaning in the songs and feeling like they're relevant and important to them. And that's what it's all about for me personally. I just really want to connect with people every time we play, and get to know more and more people over however long we get to do this. So that's the best part.
And do you guys both do songwriting?
Yeah.
Okay. And where are you pulling from for your songwriting?
Goes all over the place. We our first album, we were really channeling a lot of quite a few different decades of our favorite classic country kind of music, and I don't know, some stuff from the 70s, but kind of all over the place. And I don't know, we've just been going more in a hard driving direction on the past couple songs, but I don't know.
All right, so we're talking about songwriting and kind of where you guys pull from for that. So, and you could talk about the musicians that have inspired you for your music, but kind of like what about them is it that is your inspiration?
Yeah.
So I think lyrically especially, I've been really inspired in Mario 2 by Gillian Welch and Dave Rawlings. I personally really love how Gillian and David take some time putting their records together. They never seem to rush anything, which is kind of, contrary to what a lot of people in the industry do. Everybody's like, I gotta put a new album out every year. And I really love the fact that they wait until it seems like it's perfect, and when it drops, you're just so hungry for it. It's 3 years, 5 years later, and it's just the most perfect piece of work in every way. They have their own lathe cutting vinyl, and their artwork, and there's just so much thought and intention behind their work. So they're definitely big inspirations of ours.
People like Tom Petty, people like Garcia Hunter, all the Grateful Dead stuff. I mean, there's a thread that runs through all of our favorite music, that all the songs just seem timeless, and so many people connect with them. I feel like that's something, a lot of artists try and tap into, something that just, it doesn't feel aged in any way. It just feels like the song has always existed.
And we love Graham Parsons, and feels the same with his tunes. It just feels like, they feel like they were just written today, but they're also they have this quality of this nice vintage aged quality about them, but they never are old or irrelevant. We love the stuff he and Emmylou did, especially, of course.
So do you guys play country and western music?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, maybe a little less western. We don't do a lot of two-stepping or... I'm assuming that's what people are making.
I don't know if anybody really actually knows. But what is it about that particular genre that, you guys have definitely a rock and roll element also. You've got some great guitar licks
thanks.
too. But what is it more about the country style that you like?
It's just fun. You can be serious and have a very hard-hitting, tearjerker number. It's very genuine at the same time. Or you can be silly. Or, I just feel like you have a lot of emotions that you can play around with your songwriting. And a lot of cool grooves. It's just a very open genre, I feel.
Okay. And how important is storytelling? I think that's kind of what country music in particular and folk Americana is, known for, at least for me, is the storytelling aspect of it. Do you guys agree with that? And
totally.
Do you do some, try to do some storytelling with your music?
Yeah, that's what we love about all that kind of music, is when the song is really the center of everything, and you're really just building, a big force around the song, and it's not about just hanging out in a groove and then here's a funny line or something. It's really about the whole execution, and it just feels like you can build a whole large arc out of a story, or just whatever you're trying to do with the song.
A lot of these songs come from some personal experiences too, so there's a lot of personal storytelling going on. But I think at the same time, a lot of people can relate to them with their own stories and experiences, which is what we're hoping for ultimately. We want people to connect with our music and have it mean whatever it's going to mean to them.
Well, and then kind of just to wrap this up, but how has getting into the band full time, which means more time on the road and traveling and stuff, how has that affected your music and your songwriting? Or have you seen an effect yet?
Well, we spend a lot of time on the computer, so.
Right now, we're wrapping up the recording of our new record. So we haven't been writing any new material at the moment. At least I haven't. Have
Yeah,
you been
here
sneaking
and
some new tunes in?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're kind of focusing on getting that record finished up, and a lot of business-related work booking and things like that. We just joined with the management team, so we're learning a lot about the industry and the business right now, and we're really excited about writing some new stuff.
Okay.
You know, it'll happen because it just has to. Like we
Yeah.
start building, we get ideas germinating in our brains, and then when we finally can sit down with our instruments and we're alone, we don't write together. We just do it alone, and then we get together and
We also
edit.
go through waves for sure, where there'll be a dry spell, and then all of a sudden we'll knock out like 5 songs in a short period of time. And it's like, where were those this whole time? You know?
Well, cool. I appreciate you guys' time, and
Yeah,
you had a
thanks for
great
speaking
set
with
here. I
us.
look forward to seeing more of you in the
Thank
future.
you.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you very much. And do you guys want to plug anything real quick?
Sure, yeah. We're on all the social media stuff, so
Okay,
you can
we'll have
follow
links to
us.
those.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. We don't have any local shows currently, but you can go to bluecactusmusic.com. Keep up with us there on the tour page or the bands in town. We have all our tour dates there.
Okay.
Going to Indianapolis next weekend. We're super excited. We've never played there before.
Virginia Avenue,
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Good deal.
Well, people join in hand in hand while the music plays the band.
Hey, thank you for listening. I'm super excited to share these interviews with you, and I'd really appreciate you subscribing and leaving me a review, 5 stars preferably, but I'll take any feedback you've got. And stay tuned, we've got lots more exciting interviews coming your way.